What's up, everyone, and welcome. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you my exact repeatable system that I use to get over 8,000 plus website visits every single day from Pinterest. This isn't about luck. It's about having, and it's not about having a million followers. You don't need that. It's about having a specific strategy that I call my 3-pillar strategy that turns Pinterest into a consistent, predictable traffic machine for your business, no matter what type of business you have. So let's get into it. I want to start with a little bit of proof. So this isn't a theoretical number. This is a screenshot from today from my analytics on 3 Pinterest accounts showing traffic over the last 30 days. Some days I get, 6,000. Other days I'll get 9, maybe 10,000 across multiple brands. But the best part, this is all on autopilot for me, an hour or two a day. And then I have a VA on the back end doing a lot of other work. But, this is just on autopilot. And that's the power of a system that I'm going to break down for you. This is what's possible when you stop treating Pinterest like a social network and start treating it like what it is, a search engine. So what are you going to learn in this video? I'm going to cover 3 main things for this one. First, the essential mindset shift you need to have even to have a chance on succeeding with Pinterest. Second, I'm going to walk you through my entire 3-pillar traffic system, the foundation, the content strategy, and the consistency engine. And finally, I'm going to reveal the number 1 mistake that causes 99% of people to fail on this platform so you can avoid it. By the end of this, you're going to have a complete roadmap. But before I get into it, quick little about me, Nick Garcia. I'm a Pinterest strategy traffic expert. I've made nearly $1 million on Pinterest from ad revenue. I've sold almost 30,000 digital products from Pinterest traffic, made multiple 6 figures across multiple affiliate networks. And and now this, for the past 2 years, I've made $400 plus on Pinterest, and this year I've exceeded that. So my goal by the end of this year is to make $1,000 every single day on Pinterest. And this channel is for people that are just starting out or trying to scale from like $50 to $100 a day to 200, 300, 400. And then I'm going to just be sharing what I'm doing in order to get to that 500 to that. Well, yeah, I'm at like 550 so far, 600 average per day this year. So my goal, I'm going to show you how to scale to that $1,000. But let's just assume that you're just starting out. And with any business, mindset is everything. So this is probably one of my most important slides in this presentation and my overall just philosophy on business. You have to understand that Pinterest is not a social network. It's a visual search engine. People don't go here to chat with friends. They go here to find ideas, to brainstorm, to plan purchases, to solve problems. Your content isn't competing with vacation photos. It's competing to be the top search result for specific needs. So which is good news. So this, to compete with people on Google, on Facebook, on Instagram, you have to have this massive brand and be like insanely consistent and come up with so many different ideas and have lots of skills. You really don't have to have a lot of skills with Pinterest. I hate to say that. But Pinterest, you don't need a lot of followers to get traffic. You need to be found. Your success is not determined by your follower count. It's determined by your ability to show up in search results when your ideal customer is looking for a solution. This is a game of discovery, not popularity. For example, one of my Pinterest accounts has 58,000 followers. And yes, I'm getting 6,000 to 8,000 website visits per day on that website. But I started a Pinterest page from scratch and website 4 months ago, and now I've scaled it to 13,000 monthly sessions. And I only have 39 followers on that account. So if you put the math to it, technically should have a lot less website visits on my 58,000 follower account. So you don't need a lot of followers to grow your traffic on Pinterest. So how do you get found? You use this traffic system. It's simple, but each part is crucial. Pillar 1 is building a solid foundation. Pillar 2 is mastering content and keywords. And pillar 3 is about strategy and consistency. I'm going to go into a little bit of depth on each one of these. Let's start with pillar 1, the foundation. You can't build a traffic generating house on sand. These are the non-negotiable first steps to set up your Pinterest profile for success and telling the algorithm that you're a serious creator. So there are 2 immediate action items here. First, you absolutely must be using a Pinterest for Business account. It's free and it unlocks analytics, which are really critical. Second, you have to claim your website. This is how Pinterest verifies you're a legitimate creator, and it's what allows your logo to show up on every pin that comes from your site. So next, we need to optimize our profile for search. Your display name isn't just a name, it's a piece of SEO real estate. Add 2 to 3 main keywords that describe what you do. Now, your bio should do the same thing. State who you help and what you help them with using searchable terms your audience is actually typing into the search bar. So what do you need to do? Go to that search bar right now, figure out your niche. If you need ChatGPT to help you, say, hey, I need an SEO optimized Pinterest display name and bio because I help women in their 50s lose the last 10 pounds or something like that using the keto diet. So ChatGPT will help you get an optimized keyword ready name and bio. So the same logic applies to all of your boards. A lot of people miss this. Board titles should be keyword rich, not cute and clever. So think instead of my faves, call it modern living room ideas. Then in the board description, use full sentences to tell Pinterest exactly what kind of content can be found on that board. Enter ChatGPT again. This is how the algorithm categorizes your content. All right, so with our foundation in place, super simple, right? We move to pillar 2, content and keyword mastery. This is where we create the assets that will actually start bringing in that traffic. This is my favorite part, the whole content strategy aspect of it. So we need to understand what makes a successful pin. I've had some pins that have gone super mega viral, shared 400,000 times. One pin and one website and one product have made over $160,000. Never in my life would I have dreamed that that's possible. You are literally one pin away from life-changing money. So a successful pin has a specific anatomy. It's always 2 to 3 1 ratio. It uses high eye-catching image, high quality. It has a bold, easy-to-read text overlay that solves a problem or sparks curiosity. And it includes your branding or logo so people start to recognize your brand and content. So how do we find the right keywords for that text overlay? Pinterest literally tells us, start typing a broad keyword in that search bar and look for the suggestions that pop up. These are the exact phrases people are searching for right now. This is your content roadmap. Do not complicate this. Just go ahead, go to the bar, find the 10 most commonly searched things, copy and paste them, put them into ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity or Manus and tell it, hey, these are the keywords I need content for. Can you give me 10 titles or 5 titles for each one? Boom, you have 50 to 100 titles ready for you to start creating blog posts. So each of these suggestions can be a new pin, new blog post, new product, new anything. The 10 pin rule. And this is how we start multiplying our efforts. And this is where a lot of people get it wrong. For every single piece of content you create, whether it's a blog post, a product, or a video, you should be creating at least 10 unique pins for it. Different images, different headlines, different descriptions. Don't create one pin, create 10 opportunities to be found in search. For some of my most popular blog posts, I have up to 20 different pins that I've created for those specific blog posts. And now for every new piece of content, I minimum create 3 and schedule them across multiple different accounts. So next up, we have pillar 3. Finally, strategy and consistency. You can have the best foundation, the best content, but without a consistent strategy, the algorithm will ignore you. This is another huge mistake that people get wrong. So this is what separates the amateurs from the pros. My strategy is simple. I aim to pin 20 to 25 times per day. Now, this might sound like a lot, but when I started really accelerating growth 2 or 3 years ago, I was literally pinning 18 to 24 pins every single day when I was doing some experiments with Pinterest and YouTube. Now I'll say I've toned it back a little bit, but only because I'm posting across multiple accounts. So minimum 10 pins per day. And then right now, probably max doing 16 pins. But number one, I don't do this manually because that's not sustainable. That's completely insane. I use a scheduler to batch my content and to duplicate it across multiple brands. And this helps me pin consistently day and night. Now, across 8 different brands, I have over 100 pins going out every single day. So now you know what you have to compete with, really. And, I struggle. I'm thinking, why am I sharing all this with you? Because it's hard. And, if you listen to Alex Hormozy talk about business, he says, like, do so much that it's impossible for you to ignore. So, I see people pinning 20 times a day. I'm going to pin 40 times a day, but not do it in a way that I'm going to get flagged as spam. But consistency is the single most important signal you can send the Pinterest algorithm. So, especially when you're first starting out, follow the 80/20 rule. 80% of what I pin is from other people's high quality content. This tells Pinterest that you pin stuff other than from your own, and make sure that it's valuable. So, this builds trust with your audience and tells Pinterest that you're helpful and not just like a spammer. So, 20% of my pins lead directly back to my own website. It's about giving value first. Now, with this slide, definitely starting out, maybe 70/30, 80/20. But as you start getting more established, you can go actually flip this. 80% is yours, 20% is somebody else's. So now the number one mistake I promised you that I was going to share. It's not bad design. It's not poor keywords. It's not bad pins. It's impatience. People try this for a month. They try Pinterest for a couple months, see no results, and quit. This is a huge mistake. So this is what growth actually looks like. For the first 3 to 4 months, you'll hear crickets, nothing. Then around months 5 and 8, your pins start getting indexed and you'll see a slow, steady climb. Now, I told you about my new Pinterest page that I started 4 months ago. I'm nearly, 400 clicks per day. That's not normal. You're competing against somebody who's done this for 10 plus years, who's made nearly $1 million. By the end of this year, I will be able to say that I've made $1 million on Pinterest. So I cannot wait to say that. Anyway, so don't expect results like that, but you will if you do what I'm teaching you in this video and then my other videos on this page and my free Pinterest 7-day course, so you can find in the description. You will see results faster than normal people. So, but somewhere around month 9, the algorithm really kicks in and you'll experience exponential hockey stick growth. You just have to be patient enough and consistent enough to get to that point. So I've just given you a really simple system to start. I know it can be a lot to take in. There's a lot more in the background for what makes a successful Pinterest page and website. So I've put together a free 7-day course you can find in the description. I also just launched, you guys, my 100 million Pinterest method for getting to 6 figures in 1 year. It's my entire course, everything I've learned with Pinterest over the last 10 plus years, as well as a really long, this is like, I should just sell this video instead of, spending hours creating a course. But my personal workflow for how I generate $500 plus per day on Pinterest consistently. But anyway, my free 7-day course, I have checklists, I have lessons, some of my best performing pins and kind of like the breakdown of those. Link is in the description for anything I mentioned. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. I hope you found some value in it. If you want more tips to drive Pinterest traffic, number 1, subscribe, and number 2, hop into that 7-day free Pinterest course. Love to answer any questions you have in the comments. Thanks, and talk to you soon.